up, SDN Wolf? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Enchanted Springs. I've got to give a shout out to my buddy Ericsnoopy. He said just on the last episode, thank you guys for the incredible support on that video, by the way. But he's like, dude, you should have a meet and greet for Vesper. And so that's what I decided to do. Like, you know, we're just kind of taking our time with this land, and right over here off to the right, kind of when you make your way into the land, kind of towards the stage and the tree, we are going to have a little meet and greet over here. And that is like the whole point of like thinking, like trying to come up with different things to put in the land and not rush. I think that was the thing I did with the whole revamping of this land before you guys even saw it. I just thought to myself, like, okay, let's pump the brakes here. Let's take our time. And I think it shows in the work and the product that is Enchanted Forest now. I think it looks so much better than it did a week ago, when this was all just trees and a coaster and a little flat ride. You know, kind of just refocusing, sitting down and like just making myself think, what more can I add? What more can I add? What can I add over here? What doesn't look right over here? How can we make this look more cohesive? What kind of story are we trying to tell with this land? And really, you know, making myself slow down and not, you know, like we always say, like, you know, the product is not typically as good when you like are trying to build for YouTube, or you want that Instagram screenshot. When you just kind of fall back a little bit, take your time, let the design flesh out naturally, this is what you get. You get, like, I knew you guys were gonna like that. Like, from the moment that I filmed that first cinematic, I'm like, they are going to really think this is a lot better, because you just knew, like, once this area was put together and the tree was in place and just the whole presence of that entrance area when you walk in, it was like, it almost made you think, like, I can't believe I thought what we had a week ago looked good. Like, I don't know. It was just, I was hit with a big wave of inspiration when they gave us the pack. You know, they let us in to watch that screening of what was coming, but it, you know, you get excited, but it doesn't really hit you until like they send you that key and you are actually hands-on in the game with these pieces. And from Friday to Sunday, like Friday to Monday evening, I couldn't stop. Like, I had to make myself stop just to get that video ready, because, you know, it was one of those things like where the embargo dropped my time at like 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning. So Monday, it was like 8:30 Monday night. I'm like, I have got to stop and get this filmed. I still had voiceovers to do. I still had cinematics to do, but I'm like, I gotta stop. We gotta get something filmed or nothing is gonna be ready for Tuesday morning. And, you know, essentially for the launch a couple hours later for you guys. So a wonderful problem to have, a problem that when it does strike and like you're having so much fun building, you don't want to stop to film. That's just when you know you have a good design on your hand, a good, fun design. And I think it's also like a testament to you guys too, because I use so many ideas in this land that you guys have brought up over the months of, you know, what Enchanted Forest needed, kind of where it was lacking. And, you know, this whole revamp of this land is 100% a culmination of your all's comments and commitment to the channel and commitment to me and wanting to see, you know, like wanting to see me put out the best product that I can. And I just really appreciate the comments, because like I said, I promise I look at them. This whole meet and greet thing wouldn't have happened if this Eric dude wouldn't have randomly come to the channel and said, man, you need a wizard meet and greet. That would be awesome. And I read that and I'm like, Yeah, that would be awesome. And shout out to Geekism as well. This kind of what gave me the idea as well to place him over here was, remember in his like Meanderville new like I think he said it was like a Symbolica type of dark ride. I noticed he put Vesper in the middle of one of the little turns and got him in there, you know, where he can't walk away. And when Eric had commented, you know, you need to do this, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, man. Geekism literally just popped down a round path piece and Vesper is in the middle of this show scene. I'm like, why can't we do that with a meet and greet? He can't walk off if we just use a little circle path. And so that's what we did. So big shout out to Geekism, big shout out to Ericsnoopy and all you guys that have kind of helped me see the revamp of this project through. We'll jump into the real time in a minute. If you guys didn't get to catch that last video, or maybe the algorithm is sending you to me brand new, I'll kind of show you what our Enchanted Forest area looks like. This is a very wizardy, you know, sorcery, fairy tale type area. And we've just really, the last 7 days have went really, really hard on revamping it, reimagining it. And, you know, these little ideas like this that you guys give me kind of lend to more of that pseudo-realism that I go to. Like, okay, if you're just now finding me, I am terrible at realism. I try my best, but I am more on the fantasy side of things. I highly suggest Mineral, J-Ash, Remnant, Mass Bandit, Geekism, Beyond Drew, Ruble Trillions, those guys, Shifty, my buddy from France, those guys really, really on it when it comes to the realism builds. I'm more kind of skirt the realism, ultra budget, high budget park type designs. But, you know, it's always in the back of my mind to kind of like what those guys are doing and how they can make these designs more believable. And just really hats off to them. And but yeah, let's jump over to the real time real quick and I'll show you what I've got going on in Enchanted Forest as of Wednesday, the 17th. Here we go, guys, and here's what your little finished product looks like. I got a little bit more work to do on the roof and a little bit of cleanup. Took this piece and kind of colored it brown. Your Sorcerer's Keep Tympanum? Typanum. Okay? But yeah, I color it, you know, the base, it comes white. But I painted it brown to just kind of make it look like just a really cool, like ornate piece of carved wood at the entrance of his meet and greet. So, you know, you would be able to come back in here. You know, I figured they would have fans and stuff, and, you know, you would be cool as you're kind of waiting in line when you get up here to see him and kind of have your photo op done. And I just think it goes with that, just goes with the area. Really, really cool. And, you know, some of you guys were asking, it's basically just this right here. I just took a circle path, plopped it down, and you make sure no other paths are connected. And then he will not wander off. When they're on just one little circle path like this, he doesn't really move around, so he won't walk around in circles on this. He basically stays and just does his little show, but he, you know, so that's kind of what we do with that. Very, very cool. To, you know, kind of fake a meet and greet. And anybody that didn't catch that last episode, this is our revamped Enchanted Forest. So I just think this is just, this reveal right here, like when you're coming into the land, this is just so cool with the tree kind of little bit off to the left, you know, a little off center, but so much exploration is, you know, kind of pulling you back this way. The waterfall and the tree, you got the teacups. You know, a lot of you guys loved the, you know, if you come through there and make your way kind of up to that higher level, you guys love the little toad pond I have back here. These little guys kind of made the water shoot up out of their mouths. So this is such a fun little like kinetic energy ride. You know, nothing major, but you know, with respect to Enchanted Forest, it just adds such a pop of charm and, you know, like believability. You know, not having to have everything be this giant flat ride or this, you know, huge coaster. You know, it's just those little family rides plopped here and there that, you know, really can make all the difference. You know, when you're just talking about the kinetic energy of a land or in a park, just walking by and seeing that stuff happen. Very, very cool. And if anything, I remember how at one point we were talking about like, should I get rid of Barnstormer? This is my buddy Yan's Barnstormer ride. And I think now with the way that the Toad Pond and the restaurant here kind of butt up against that area, I think it just enhances his coaster better now than it ever did. Like, you see what I mean? Like, all of this stuff just looks like it is meant to be here. And look, even if you were down, like if you're riding the Toad Pond, if you're riding on your little toad, check out this coaster action here in just a sec. Like, this would just be awesome in itself. Watching him fly around here. Maybe seeing one of your buddies up on that. Like, that is just a very, very cool shot. And I just, this whole little land is just, I mean, this is so much better. Like I showed in the first video, I remember a lot of you guys said, man, the only thing Wilderness Springs is on, like everything is on such a flat plane. And, you know, trying to work some of those ideas in, you know, having the kind of like the western side of Enchanted Forest kind of being on a little higher plane. You know, showed before, this was, I think, a cool idea to have the branches, like the magic kind of reaching out to each other, trying to reconnect and grow. Some of your guys' ideas I really, really like. Somebody said we need a large stage show just somewhere. You know, even out in, I was thinking even out in front of, you know, I can move this ridge back a little bit. Out in front of Legend of Thunder Falls may not be a bad spot for a, you know, a stage, or even when we move out here past Enchanted Forest, out that way, there could be shows. A lot of you guys said we need to find a way to do the flying theater. There were people that mentioned you would like to see the Phantom Manor, like with the sorcery pieces now, actually do a dark ride enclosed in the manor, which, you know, I think it would have to get a little larger than this. The manor may have to extend out this way. Probably have to move the railroad, fill in some of this water, like this little spot of water, and actually make a true dark ride inside there. Some of you guys were even saying to spin it and make the mansion a part of Enchanted Forest as like a sorcerer's manor or sorcerer's mansion. But, you know, I think this spot has always looked really, really cool with regards to Grizzly Valley. That, you know, I would hate to kind of break up this sight line. But I think that is probably one of the things that you guys, you know, as guests have mentioned the most, really wanting me to make that an actual dark ride back there, instead of just implied. I got way too many wizards walking around. This is when I was kind of testing the pack out. But yeah, so that's just kind of what I wanted to show you. I know we kind of got off on a little tangent there, but yeah, thanks to Eric, the Enchanted Forest has a meet and greet now with Vesper. And like I said, you could do this with all your little guys. But yeah, just keep the ideas coming. Like I mentioned, I'm just taking my time. I don't want to rush this. You know, there's no need to. We're making really good progress. And yeah, there's some, you know, some work we got to finish out this way, get the path finished, get it connected to Grizzly Valley. You know, just do some more foliage work. You know, this side of Enchanted Forest is, you know, we get that path in, that's pretty much wrapped up, but we still need to move out to what we were kind of talking about, maybe doing a dark forest area. I really want to maybe try the sidecar that we had talked about, the sidecar coaster, maybe doing something out that way. But yeah, anyways, you guys just let me know what you think. I'm S. Dan Wolf. As always, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. Keep the ideas coming, and I will catch you in the next video. See you.